Hi guys, how are you doing? So, what we are going to do is we're gonna discuss the economic outlook. Specifically, we would be targeting the United States dollar and other other currencies as well, along with that other countries, a little bit on the stock side, indices, and we would be discussing around about everything that is on the outlook page for the trading view, because I believe that it would be giving us a great wonderful idea about how the things are actually developing, because as we know that the dollar is really weak, and it is just like a falling knife right now. And when the things are just like that, then there is nothing to work on, because in order to enter a position, in order to take a certain place in the market, to take a short position in line with the dollar, we actually need a range first, and the range isn't there. And as the range isn't there, so I was planning to start this economic outlook so that it can give us a great idea about the fundamentals as well, in order to see that what is happening all around. So let's get to it and let's talk about it. So as we see the market summary for indices right now, we can see that SP 500 has been down around about like 1.25 to 4% right now. Similarly, the Nasdaq is down 0.66%, and similarly Dow 30 is 1.59%, and similarly Japan index, we can see that it's down around about like 0.64 index, and FTSE US FTSE is down around about 1.21%, and DAX for the euro has been down around about like minus 1.29%. So as we can see, the further moving into this, we can see that the top stories right here says that the US dollar with Japanese yen gains against the dollar, as we have been discussing in the previous streams, that yens are getting stronger as compared to the dollar. And we can see that the rate is like for the dollar to go down around about 6 months low, and it's a really big move that actually yens gained and dollar lost. And similarly euro has been extended around like 1.0920, and wiping all the dollar progress since November's election. And similarly moving that, we just know that the Canadian Prime Minister has been changed, and today the 25% of the tariffs are more applied on aluminium and steel from US on Canadian dollar on the Canada. Because of that, we might see some of the changes in the electricity bills in this coming month. Overall, it seems that we would be having a certain data that would be regarding the CPIs tomorrow as well. And if we see the US stocks right here, we can see that so Amazon stocks are a little bit of up, but it's not gaining that kind of strength. And we can see that there is a lot of bearish momentum that is found in here between the stocks. Alibaba stock is about 3.67% going on the rise, and Broadcom stock is around about 2.48% going to the bullish side. Bank of America is coming around like minus 9.3%, and Berkshire Hathaway, the big firm, it's like around about 0.9 percent that is down. Apple is down 3.96%. So highest volume stocks, we can see that a Tesla has around about wiped around about all the gains that it had made, around about like it went up to like $400-$500, and now it's like $225 right here. Nvidia is around about $100 share, and we can see right here that it's gaining the strength of 1.6% today. So similarly Meta is gaining a little bit of the momentum here, and Amazon has gained a little bit of momentum, and Apple is losing a momentum, maybe because of the tariff things based on the Canadian dollar. And similarly, the most volatile stocks, these are like really difficult to trade, so it's not worthy to trade as a scalper. You can actually enjoy trading them, but it's really difficult. So further moving towards these are the basically earnings credit, that how much they have actually gained. And if we see that US stock news right here, we can say that this is what I was talking about, that aluminum and steel markets rise after the Trump's latest tariff threat. And so these are the different kind of crypto gainers out here, but these are like really small altcoins right now. And the energy sector, let's discuss that. The crude oil is getting a little bit of the price that is getting strong, about 0.39%. So currently the price of the crude oil is around about 66.29 US dollar per barrel, and similarly Brent, the price is around about 69 dollars. And we can see the gasoline price is around about 2.1072 USD dollar per gallon right here. And it's around about increasing a little bit of it, like 0.66%, gaining a little bit of momentum around here. Gold has been going around about 2,922 USD, but there is a likelihood that it would be touching the 3,000 mark, and it is gaining strength. And we can see that continuously the platinum is gaining strength, and similarly like silver is gaining strength, and copper is also on the bullish side. So aluminum futures might get impacted with the tariffs that are imposed on Canada. And this is a forex heat map, and you can actually understand it with the correlation impact. Like for example, Euro USD, it's right here. So Euro USD has gained around about like 0.87%, and similarly Euro GBP has gained around like 0.43%, and Euro Yen has gained around like 0.86%, and Euro Swiss has gained around 0.89%, and Euro Odd has gained around 0.82%. And similarly we can see that the dollar weakness is shown in here. It's all red right now, so it means that for example we would be studying it like that GBP USD right now has gained like 0.47%, so it means like the pound is getting stronger. So and if we just see that USD JPY, JPY, it seems like it's like 0% right now. It means that a little bit of momentum is coming in USD right here. And with Australian dollar, we can see that with Australian dollar, if you see the USD right here, it has gained around about like 0.9 or 0.09 or 0.1% right here. And you can see the difference that with Euro USD it's like around about 0.86%, with pound it's around about 0.49%, and with Aussies 0.9%. And the New Zealand Kiwis are not right shown in here, but with Chinese yuan we can see it like 0.43%. So this is what it means by like if to understand that, we need to actually know the cross pairs. So as we know that with the Chinese yuan, the relationship with US dollar is shown in the pair of like USDC and Y, and we can see that the dollar has lost around about like 0.43% right here. So let's talk about Canadian dollar. That for example, CAD Swiss, I was looking at the charts of the CAD Swiss, and CAD Swiss has been pushed down a lot, and you can see that it has again lost around about like minus 0.3% today. And with the Canadian dollar, with the yens, it's 0.33%. With pound, GBP CAD CAD, we can, as the Canadian dollar is represented with GBP CAD CAD, we can see right here it's like it has gained around about 0.87% right now, and pushing the CAD on the really downside to this red zone right here. So this is a heat map, and so this says that the worst Canadian dollar day might be over. And let's see. And Mexican peso hold firm right here. It's not shown in the heat map, but overall US dollar falls early Tuesday ahead of the red book JOLTS data. So JOLTS data was coming to announcing today, that actually shows the number of the opportunities created today, except in the farming market. So we can see right here that the US dollar has been falling after the good data as well, and this is all it looks like, because it's a wonderful compilation of what actually going on all around. So this is an inflation map, and we can see right here the US dollar inflation is around about 3%, and similarly this is Canada, it's around 1.9%. So let's see how 3% is a lot of inflation that is in the United States right now. So, but to talk about the rate cuts, I do remember that Fed chairman said they are not in any hurry right now. So these are the statements which are said in order to calm the market down. And on the other hand, we can see that Russia is around about 9.9% inflation, and this is India about like 4.31% inflation, and Brazil around about 4.56% inflation. So these are the countries that are more bright right now, have like more than 25% of inflation right now. So like Sudan and all that other countries out there. So when we look at Mexico, it's around about 3.77% inflation. So this is how it looks, and this was the outlook, guys, that how things are specifically looking right now. And we can jump on the charts as well in order to actually see that how things are looking around and what I was actually talking about. So right now we can see that the dollar has been in a great downtrend around here. Most expected, I was specifically looking at that we might have gotten a reaction around this point. So this was the point where I was thinking that we might have gotten the reaction, but we didn't get the reaction around here. Instead, like, dollar is getting a little bit more weak around here. So let's see how the specific things would be developing around here, but more probably like taking up positions around these type of moves, it's sometimes really get difficult because there's a lot of selling pressure induced in here. And what I would be planning is I would be waiting for the tomorrow's data, because tomorrow we would be having a lot of data that would be much more relevant towards the currency markets out here. So let me show you guys. So right here we would be having the CPIs for tomorrow, that is on the core CPI, monthly CPI, and yearly CPI would be coming. And as we discussed, that the inflation in the United States is around 3%. Right now it's shown in here that previous was 3%, so there might be a chance a little bit of decrease in CPI, but um, let's see how things actually look like. And if we just look on a fundamental side, we can see that this tariff news is up, is current news right now that is prevailing. And so market is rocked by the Trump shows economic fear across the Wall Street, because as we know that the SP 500 and Dow and other US 30, all these indices actually are created or incorporated into the investments of 401ks right in US. So it would be getting impacted today. So this is a current situation right now that is highlighted in here. So let's see how specifically this DXY develops. So in order to, the traders might be looking at it in a different form using the Fibonacci's and everything, but it's not, it doesn't matter until unless like the fundamental aligns. And overall the outlook seem for the dollar is a little bad. Seems like the momentum that is actually picked up, we might see that the dollar might be coming to this $100 level with the dollar index right here. So similarly, if we see the euro right here, euro has been on a great move on the upper side. So we can see right here that the euro is pushing really hard on the dollar today. It's around about like 100 pip move that the euro has already given. So 97 pip move, so around about 100 pip move, we can see that the dollar the euro has been given. And similarly we can't see much of the move in specifically on the pound right now, because there was a dump and a pump situation right now in the pound. That yesterday was like a first red day here, but it didn't hold, but it rather went on the opposite side, on the bullish side. It seems like it's a pump and dump scenario, dump and pump scenario right here. And similarly Australian dollar, if we see right here that it hasn't given us that kind of bullish momentum move right here as we saw in the euros and pounds. And if we see the New Zealand Kiwi right here, we can see that again we can't witness that kind of bullish pump right in the New Zealand Kiwi as well. And if we see USD CAD, so apart that USD has been a weak pair right now, and it is continuously going down, but we still see a bullish pressure in the Canadian dollar, in the weakness in the Canadian dollar, but a bullish pressure or bullish pump or buyers are induced in the US dollar based on the fundamentals right now. So it's an ambiguity right now. And similarly, if we see the Swiss, the USD has been a weak pair against the Swiss. We see that right here we see a little bit of holding from the United States, that the dollar is holding around here. And we can't say that it is enough that it might break out on the upper side like that, but overall right now it's like super in the form of it's in the middle of the range right now. And similarly with the yens, we can see that the dollar has been being pushed down by the yens. And it's a big, around about 1,000 pip move. Yeah, around about like 1,138 pip move that prices has been dropped around here. So similarly, if we see the Chinese yuan right here, we can overall see that the prices in the Chinese yuan, that dollar is getting weak, and Chinese dollar is getting a little bit stronger. Not a little bit, but it's quite an engulfing move, and it's a big move that happened. So I think, guys, that's all that we can actually look into the economic outlook. But overall, the situation is quite not clear in the sense of the momentum that we actually see within the market because of these because S&P 500 means like the 500 top companies, and Nasdaq is the tech 100 companies, and Dow is the US 30 companies out there, and similarly FTSE is for the pound, and we can see overall the the economy is going on the downside a little bit, but let's see if in the future it impacts us in a different way. So that's all, guys.